Hi everyone. This little video is going to be a quick tutorial for my customers to learn how to use the cut files that I include in my printable sticker sheets that I sell on Etsy. So if you've ever been in my shop and you've had a peek at my listings, you'll see that on the preview there's this little blurb here that says includes PNG cut file and this black thing. So I'm going to show you what that is exactly. When you download the folder, this is what it's going to look like. You've got your transparent background, the PNG file extension. The JPEG will be a white background. You can use the JPEG if you're just cutting by hand and you just want a quick print, you use the JPEG. The PNG can be opened up in Photoshop and you can play around with it in there, and this is also the file that you're going to want for your Silhouette or your Cricut or whatever digital cutting machine you're using. And then you have these black files over here, which are, like, as you can see, is basically just the same shape of the stickers but just in black. And so I'm going to show you what to do with those using the Silhouette. Okay, so just open up a blank 8.5 by 11 canvas in your Silhouette, and I'm just going File, Merge, and the first thing you want to do is bring up the black PNG file. I actually call these pings. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's what I call them. So we'll open up this black ping cut file and just leave it wherever it lands. Don't touch it, don't move it, but you'll have to click on your trace, select trace area, and we're just going to trace this. Now, if you've ever tried to trace something in Silhouette before, you'll know that it's not always straightforward. For example, if you had something with a lot of little white bits in it, it would sort of want to trace those out. So the purpose of this file, and the reason why it's black, is to give you a very clear cut line for the machine to recognize so that you don't have to fuss around with anything and risk having a bad cut. Because all you basically have to do is trace your area, uncheck high pass filter, and now you've got a perfect shape. You can say trace outer edge, and now, well, I don't know if you can see it through the video, but there is that red cut line there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is click on this, just sort of click on the image anywhere, and I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard. And so what we've done here is deleted the ping file, the cut file, but what remains behind are the cuts, the outlines that we want to cut our stickers with. So now I'm going to go back to File. I'm sorry you can't see it. It's not big enough. My screencast software isn't opening big enough, but if you go File and then Merge, don't do Open, you have to do Merge. Open will open it in a separate document. So this will open up your file again, and you go ahead and choose the sticker sheet. And it's going to load up exactly in the same place as the other one. That's why I told you it was really important not to move the black cut file, because this now has landed in exactly the same spot, which means that your red trace lines are still there. And now they're perfectly going to trace your stickers. And so from here you would just go ahead and continue with whatever cut settings you use, and you're good to go. Well, of course you should add your, sorry, wrong one. Don't forget to add your cut marks, registration marks, sorry, before you print. And actually, I'll just take a minute to explain a little bit how or why I designed my sticker sheets this way. You'll notice that they fit perfectly within the registration marks. I will never design, I know it might seem like there's a lot of wasted space around the border, but it's because I want people to be able to just plop this down and have it fit within the registration marks, because not everybody would know how to move how to cut or move things around, and you certainly don't want to have to resize them because you need your boxes to be a certain size, so I wouldn't want anybody to have to shrink it to make it fit through the registration marks. So I always design them with that in mind. And the other thing I always do is leave a clear mark, like a clear line across the center. And this is because storing an 8.5 by 11 sheet can be a little bit cumbersome, and you know, sticker binders, those little mini 8 by 6 sticker binders are kind of all the rage for storing stickers right now, and it's just a lot easier if you have a smaller sheet to carry around with you. So the reason I do that is that you can cut it across. You can obviously just cut it by hand, but something that I like to do is I'll create a new cut line. I've just selected I don't know if you can see that, but I've just selected the rounded rectangle draw tool over here on the sidebar, and you can go ahead and create yourself some little shapes here. And then when you do your cut settings, basically you would use the advanced settings to say, okay, the red is going to be the white sticker paper, that's going to be your kiss cut. So you'll choose your settings there for whatever would do the kiss cut on the stickers. And then the other lines, the rectangles, if you change the color, so I'm just going up to the line color window, choosing blue is what I like to use. And I'll do the same thing for the one on the bottom. And so now those are both blue. So if we go back to the cut settings, we can choose different settings for the blue. So for this, you can make your settings go to cut all the way through, and then have your red one be the kiss cut, and then away you go. So that's just a brief little explanation of why I designed my sheets that way. Oops, didn't want to delete the stickers. And that just gives you an idea how to use the cut file as well. This is actually a good example. Do you see that road trip sticker there? I'll see if I can zoom in a bit. See, if I hadn't provided the black cut file, which is what gives you this red outline here, if you had just traced this without that, then it would have sort of, the line would be right around the car and right around all the letters. It would probably have wanted to cut each letter, whoops, individually. So because I've created that shape for you, now you don't have to worry about that. It'll just do like a nice little border around that car for you. So that is the purpose of the cut file, and if you have any more questions about it, feel free to leave a comment or send me an email. My address is hello@quirkyheart.com, and please do come find me on Etsy or my Instagram, which is @quirkyheart, where I like to post all my planner stuff. Thank you for watching.